equestrian rodeo competition.
Oh, shucks, Apple Bloom. I sure hope so.
Hope so? I know so. After all, you're the 10-time rodeo champion of Ponyville. Why, you've got more blue ribbons than any pony in Ponyville ever. And I can't wait for my big sis to win every blue ribbon in Equestria and bring home the title of Equestria Rodeo Champion.
My little pony, my little pony. My little pony. I used to wonder what friendship could be. My little pony. Until you all shared its magic with me. Big adventure,
Tons of fun.
a beautiful heart, faithful and strong.
Sharing kindness.
It's an easy feat, and magic makes it all complete. You have mine. Do you know you are my very best friends?
Huh? Now, careful, Derpy.
I don't want to do any more damage than you've already done.
I just don't know what went wrong.
Yeah, it's a mystery.
Nice work, Rainbow Dad. You okay, Rainbow Dash? Anything I can do to help?
No, nothing. In the name of Celestia, just sit there and do nothing.
My bad.
Applejack! 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 Applejack!
Every pony, can I get your attention? Attention, please. Yes, we are all here to send Applejack to compete in this year's Equestria Rodeo competition in Canterlot. And I want to thank Applejack in advance for generously offering up her prize money to fix Town Hall.
Yeah, Applejack! Woohoo! Speech! Speech!
Oh, shucks. I'm not much for speeches.
All right then, no speech.
But this here is the nicest send-off any pony could ask for. Y'all have been cheering me on in every rodeo since I was a little pony. So it seems only fitting to use my winnings to fix up Town Hall. I promise to make Ponyville proud.
I want you to show all them highfalutin rodeo ponies what a real rodeo pony's like.
You betcha, Granny Smith.
And bring back all that money.
You betcha, Mayor.
And have fun. And don't be nervous. Or if you are, use that nervous energy to do even better than you already would. And eat peanuts and popcorn and toffee. Toffee gives you lots of nervous energy.
Just do your best, Applejack.
I'll do better than my best.
The train to Canterlot is about to leave. All aboard is coming aboard.
Guess that means me.
See you in a week. With lots of new blue ribbons.
And lots of money.
Darn tootin'. See y'all in a week with a big bag full of blue ribbons.
And drink sarsaparilla. What? It gives you extra sass. Oh, I hope Applejack is surprised by this surprise party. Well, that is the point. I know, but I hope she isn't so surprised she's startled, because while being surprised can be nice, being startled can be very startling. Surprise! Oh, Pinkie, you startled me. Sorry, I was just practicing my surprise for when we surprise Applejack with this super cool party for becoming rodeo champion of Equestria! Surprise!
Quiet, Pinkie. I think Applejack's coming.
Don't worry, Twilight. Got my lips all limbered up.
surprise ever. How did you know it was my birthday?
Who's it from, Twilight? What's it say?
It's from Applejack. Family and friends. Not coming back to Ponyville. Don't worry, we'll send money soon. That's all there is.
Applejack's not coming back?
What do you mean Applejack's not coming back? She loves Ponyville.
And she loves sweet apple acres. And she loves her family.
Something just dreadful must have happened to Applejack to make her not return.
Maybe she's hurt or sad or scared.
So what are we waiting for? Let's go find her.
Don't worry, we'll search all of Equestria if we have to. We'll bring her back.
Y'all are the best. Thank you, girls. Our little bushel just lost one apple.
This lead doesn't turn out to be a dead end. I don't want to go home empty-hooked after promising we'd find her.
I don't know how we'll break it to the Apple family.
I don't know how we'll break it to Ponyville.
I don't know how I'll make it to the next stop.
This is Dodge Junction, girls. Applejack is supposed to have come here after the rodeo ended. Let's fan out and try to find her.
Pickles! Hurry! Hurry it up in there!
Some ponies. Sheesh.
Applejack! A downer!
Oh, Applejack, thank heavens!
We're so glad you're safe. A downer! Be right back.
Hey, every pony. What's up? Why didn't you come back to Ponyville?
Yes, why are you here?
Are you okay? Do you have any snacks?
Tell us what happened, Applejack.
Applejack? Are these some of your Ponyville friends?
Yes, ma'am.
And you are? Why, I'm Cherry Jubilee, boss of Cherry Hill Ranch. Hasn't Applejack told you? I saw her compete at the Equestria Rodeo. Never saw any pony win so many ribbons in all my life.
Oh, shucks, Miss Jubilee. You don't have to go into all that.
Oh, she's so modest. Anyway, I can always use a pony with quick hooves and a strong back. So, when I heard Applejack was looking for a change of scenery, I snapped her up quick as I could and brought her to Dodge Junction. Well, I'll let you catch up with your friends. See you back at the ranch.
Change of scenery? What's that supposed to mean? It's no big deal, guys. I thought cherries would be a nice change from apples, so I took the job and came here. That's it. End of story.
That's it? Well, that's a terrible story.
Sorry, but that's all there is to tell. Thanks for checking on me, but y'all can go home now. Tell my family hi and that I'm doing A-okay.
Excuse me, AJ.
But we didn't travel all over Equestria searching for you to come home without you. Well, I didn't ask you to come looking for me. There is nothing to tell, and I am not going back to Ponyville.
I don't care what she says. Applejack's not telling us something.
Twilight's right. We gotta get her to spill the beans.
What? She had beans? I told her I would snack 8.
You ready to put your back into it, Applejack?
Sure am, Miss Jubilee.
Terrific! Come on in, girls.
What What are you all doing here?
We're your cherry sorters. Shall we get started?
Fine.
Red cherries go in one bin and yellow cherries go in the other. Simple as cherry pie. Just one teensy thing to remember. Have fun!
What are you five up to?
Well, you made working on a cherry orchard sound so delightful.
Uh-huh. Well, just remember, no talking about Ponyville.
Fine. Why don't you quit talking and get walking?
AJ, how was Canterlot? Not talking about Ponyville, talking about Canterlot, totally different town.
Canterlot was fine.
Was the rodeo fun?
Yes.
Did you meet some nice ponies there?
Some.
Really? Did you see Wild Bull Hickok? Oh, what about Calamity May?
Yes, I saw them both.
And how did you meet Miss Jubilee?
Well, Miss Jubilee had a cherry stand at the rodeo. Real good treats.
Excuse me?
Cherry winks, cherry cheesecake, cherry tarts. We struck up a conversation being orchard folk and all.
So you told her about Sweet Apple Acres?
Yes.
Did you tell her why you weren't going back?
No, because it was none of her business.
Can you please slow down? Is it because I made it rain on you that one time?
No.
Help!
Is it because you were insulted when I gave you that book on organized orchards?
No!
Is it because you were insulted when I insulted your hair?
No, no, no! I'm not telling you why, so just stop!
Well, girls, we seem to be striking out.
That's because we're playing too nice. Yes, desperate times do call for desperate measures.
It's time to call in the big guns.
Hey, Applejack, need some help?
You promise not to ask me any questions?
I promise. Have you ever had a cherry changa? Oh, sorry, that was a question.
That kind of question is fine, Pinkie. No, I never had a cherry changa.
Well, no wonder, because I made it up myself. A cherry changa is mashed up cherries in a tortilla that's deep fried. Cherry changa. Great name, huh? Oh, but maybe I should call it a chimichurri. Ooh, that's good too. Which do you think sounds better, cherry changa or chimichurri? Or what if I combine them? Chimichurri changa. What sounds the funniest? I like funny words. One of my favorite funny words is kumquat. I didn't make that one up. I would work in a kumquat orchard just so I could say kumquat all day. Kumquat, kumquat, kumquat. And pickle barrel. Isn't that just the funnest thing to say? Pickle barrel, pickle barrel, pickle barrel. Say it with me. Pickle barrel, kumquat, pickle barrel, kumquat, chimichurri changa.
No! Make it stop! Make it stop!
The only way to make it stop is for you to spill the beans.
Never!
Speaking of beans, did you ever realize how many words rhyme with beans? Lean, mean, spleen, unclean, keen.
All right. I'll tell every pony what's going on. Just please stop talking. But can it wait till tomorrow at breakfast? I'm plumb tuckered out.
Tomorrow, huh? I don't know. Do you pinky promise?
I will tell you the whole truth at breakfast. Pinky promise.
I'm glad we're finally gonna get some answers from Applejack.
Yeah, maybe. Don't worry, Rainbow. She's gotta fess up after making a pinky promise. Good morning, Applejack. You ready for breakfast? No pony breaks a pinky promise! Applejack! You pinky promised! Applejack, come back here!
Giddy up, fellas. I gotta get the heck out of Dodge.
She's gonna get away! Oh, no, she won't. Look, girls. Follow that stagecoach! Oh, we have you now!
What the heck? Pull over! Hey, cut that out! I'll pay you double to outrun them.
We'll pay you triple to slow down!
I'll pay you quadruple to leave them in the dust.
That's rude! Get them! Get them! Come on, Fluttershy!
Yeah, come on, y'all. Go, go!
Applejack, you broke your pinky promise! Apologize!
Pinkie, I did not break my promise.
What?
If y'all reckon back, I told you that I would tell you everything at breakfast. But I didn't come to breakfast. I couldn't come to that breakfast. Not if it meant telling y'all what happened.
Well,
I'm sorry, Pinkie, but I can't tell y'all the truth. I just can't.
Well, I heard a sorry in there, so that'll have to do for now. We'll get a real apology later. Rarity catches what? Pinky! Rainbow, go back! No time! They knew what they were getting into.
Yes. Yeah! Yeehaw!
Lady, you're trouble.
Ha! Try and catch me now! Oh, nuts.
Not so fast!
Fine. Now you know.
Know what?
Well, just look.
I am. You won an amazing number of ribbons, just like Miss Jubilee said.
Don't you get it? There's every color of ribbon down there. Every color but blue. I came in 4th, 3rd, even 2nd. But I didn't win one first prize. And I certainly didn't win any prize money.
But the telegram said you were gonna send money.
That's why I came here. I wanted to earn some money. After that big old send-off Ponyville gave me, I just didn't have the nerve to come home empty-hooved. I couldn't come home a failure.
Applejack, you're not a failure, and we're your friends. We don't care if you came in 50th place. You're still #1 in our books.
So, you're not upset or disappointed? But what about the mayor? I don't think I can face her and tell her I didn't get that money to fix the broken roof.
Applejack, we can always find a way to fix that hole in the roof. But if you don't come back, we'll never be able to fix the hole in our hearts. Darn it! Now you got me acting all sappy.
Dear Princess Celestia, It's a tad easier to be proud when you come in first than it is when you finish further back. But there's no reason to hide when you don't do as well as you'd hoped. You can't run away from your problems. Better to run to your friends and family.
Which do you think, Rarity? Chimmy Cherry or Cherry Chunga? Chimmy Cherry, Cherry Chunga. Chimmy Cherry, Cherry Chunga. Chimmy Cherry, Cherry Chunga. Chimmy Cherry, Cherry Chunga.
When I get back, you're gonna get it, Rainbow Dash!
Chimmy Cherry, Cherry Chunga. Chimmy Cherry or Cherry Chunga?